Let me say this. An opinion poll done scientifically without any undue external influence will give a rough feel on a population. And that's why many companies are using some of these opinion polls to understand consumer preferences. So an opinion poll properly done can give somehow what a population feels. Opinion polls can also be doctored to achieve a specific political objective. We are all Kenyans. Any opinion poll telling us that Kenyans are happy on how William Ruto is running the government, that's clearly a fake opinion poll. An opinion poll telling us that Kenyans are not happy on how William Ruto is running the government, that's most definitely an accurate opinion poll. There was one released today by Tifa. And in this opinion poll, Tifa is saying that 77% of UDA supporters, that's William Ruto supporters, feels that they were better off in Uhuru Kenyatta's government economically than they are in William Ruto's government. Listen to this.
Surprisingly, 77% of those who support the Kenya Kwanza government feel that the current economic conditions are worse compared to last year.
Yes. So 77% of UDA supporters, William Ruto supporters, are not happy on how he runs his government economically. Things are worse off than they were when Uhuru Kenyatta was in government. Those are William Ruto supporters. And that's very interesting. I want us to put that into perspective for Kenyans to understand what that means politically and why William Ruto should not take that lightly. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes, what's happening in Kenya has happened in other parts of the world where a leader campaigns on a very popular platform. Upon forming the government, he or she does the opposite. And even in Kenya, in these lower seats, MCS, members of parliament, we've seen even leaders campaigning very popularly. Upon getting elected, they are doing the opposite. The ground becomes agitated, annoyed, and then they are voted out in the next election. Ruto campaigned on a very popular platform last year. He created an impression that he was going to uplift these so-called hustlers to some upper levels economically. And some literally thought they were going to form a government with William Ruto. That's a fact, and some thought it that way. Listening to how William Ruto was campaigning, you could easily think that he was going to bring some serious changes that had never been seen before in Kenya since independence. Now, these so-called hustlers who were convinced that this man was going to bring change, he came from a poor background, he is not a dynasty, they are now waking up to the reality that William Ruto is oppressing them more than even the dynasties. That's the reality coming out here, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe that William Ruto is a disaster to any other Kenyan who will also campaign on that platform that, vote for me because I come from a humble background. William Ruto has just destroyed that narrative. And Kenyans will be very skeptical next time you campaign on that platform. When you see 77% of UDA supporters saying that economically things were better in Uhuru Kenyatta's government than in William Ruto's government, that only means that William Ruto supporters are not happy. Their rebellion against William Ruto seems to be building, and that resentment, as time goes by, it can turn into serious hate where they can even reject William Ruto on the ballot. As it is right now, it might be possible that some yes are not very much contented of William Ruto's rule, but some can still vote for him, maybe now. But as the situation persists, as economically they keep on finding it very hard, they can equally isolate themselves politically from William Samoei Ruto. And that only means that that huge majority of UDA supporters will most definitely abandon William Ruto. And that's why William Ruto should not take that lightly. He should act before it's late. That's just an indication. If 77% of your supporters feel that they are doing worse off than the previous government you were castigating, then that's something that can easily cause you some serious political sufferings. And William Ruto will suffer politically if he does not act in good time. That resentment will soon turn into hate, and that hate can make those individuals, those supporters, reject William Ruto politically. That's something I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you look at William Ruto, he assumes that the mountain and the Kalenjin Rift Valley will automatically and obviously support his political quest. And in this case, his re-election come 2027. That's a very dangerous assumption William Ruto should not make. We have seen cabinet secretaries being literally chased away in the Kalenjin nation. William Ruto's political bedrock. If nothing is done urgently, that will turn into hate. And all that confirms that Ruto is just losing popularity amongst those who supported him. Areas that rejected him will obviously still reject him. That's for sure. A whooping majority will still reject him because it's even coming out very clearly that now, as the president, he's doing nothing to endear himself to those who rejected him. If you look at the nature of appointments he has made, he has taken appointments to the areas that supported him, to his tribesmen. I think that was a very big blunder on the part of William Ruto. If he wanted Kenyans to take him seriously, at least he could have reached out to areas that never supported him. But how will William Ruto convince a sane Kenyan that he cares about him or her when we are seeing appointments going only to his tribesmen and women? That was a blunder William Ruto made. And it's also coming out very clearly that these appointments he made, the, the benefits are also not percolating on the ground. He's just enjoying with his close friends and close allies. Majority hustlers have been left to suffer. So, in a nutshell, William Ruto is losing support in areas that supported him, and that can only spell doom for his 2027 presidential bid. It should not be taken lightly. Areas that supported him are clearly not happy of his performance as the president. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. In case you may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.